Well, hello friends, Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I'm actually doing a little test stream run here because we're trying something new as we get ready to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. We've had the early games already going through. It literally poured. I was actually coming up the road, and the rain was relentless coming up the road. And they played a game in Washington that literally threw the NFL back for a couple of years. Literally, there was no score, 0-0. First time in like forever that there wasn't any rain. Okay, I love it. I'm watching actually the post game right now. Jimmy Garoppolo's getting photobombed by one of his guys. I can guarantee you the stands were completely empty for the for the Redskins game. 9-0. So much for the Redskins were thinking that if we win this one, we make a statement against our former coach, we'll literally be 2 games out of first. Well, so much for that. You know, we heard the stinking Giant fan thinking that, okay, we go ahead and beat Arizona, we're only 1 game out of first, and we're tied for second. Yeah, well, the Cardinals beat them as well, so much for that. Anyway, I'm trying to... You never get the notification until the end? Well, this is actually just a test run because I'm actually going to try something new here. And first of all, how's the sound? Can you hear me okay? Because I'm trying to get everything adjusted, and my headphones won't reach completely over here. Nice here in Toronto. Because what we're going to do for tonight, we're going to try a couple of things that are new. I've gotten everything set up here. I actually have my controls for my camera right here and things. I've turned the other monitor over here so that way I can look over and see that everything's copacetic and stuff. So if I want to go ahead and go and do this.
23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
So I can do that if I want to. But here's what I'm really going to try and do now. Unfortunately, I can't get everything over here where I'd like it. But we're going to go ahead and try this. I'm going to show you guys something new here too. This is going to be the Philly cam. So let's see. It sounds good, Mark. Just like sounds good to trade. Really? You know what? I ain't got time for you guys. I ain't got time for that BS. But let's try this and see how this works with Philly. Philly, don't you put my number. Let's see. Yes. So what I'm trying to do here, let me know. I'm trying to decide if I want to have his sound.
Yep, the Cowboy, Mr. McLean. You Americans are...
Am I able to have my game volume louder, or is that not allowed? We will have it a little bit louder, but you know, I'm still kind of worried about that now. This is actually what you're going to be getting is this is what we're going to do tonight. We're going to have Philly 500 up here in the corner, so that way we can see what's going on with him. Actually, that's probably
Happy trails, Hans.
too loud for it. Let me turn him down. So
Dallas still stinks. Not this year, baby. Not this year, baby. Everybody ain't doing. Can't think by here. And
okay,
are you
so
guys ready for football? Are you ready
thoughts
for
on this,
football?
guys?
I'm feeling a lot better. Refocus. I got out my crap.
What do I think the score is going to be? I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I don't want to, I don't want to jinx it, but I think the Cowboys are going to show up tonight. So thoughts on this?
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. This is a huge game.
Trade that. You know what, Jeremy?
Season changing.
I'm trying to be good.
It's going to continue.
Trade him for what, Jeremy? Trade him for what? What are you going to trade him for? What do you think you're going to get trading that? Because what are you going to do for a quarterback? You see how many quarterbacks are biting the dust this season?
Teams that go 3-4 have a 17% shot.
Seriously.
So this is a big game.
I ran one other guy out of here. I'll run you out too.
And the Eagles, they are banged up.
You know what I could do too?
And they're going up against the Dallas Cowboys team who is banged up.
I could actually
like
take calls during the live stream if I go ahead and run the.
Randall Cobb. And it looks
Do I
like
want to
their
do
guys
that?
are going to try to play. And if they have their guys,
You don't want to see his ugly
this
face?
makes it
Oh, but see, if it's bad,
a lot harder for the Eagles. It scares the more it scares the crap.
if it's bad though, okay. Let me ask you this:
Not gonna throw any crap.
is his volume too loud,
He
or should
scares
I
the
just
hell
turn his volume off and we just look at him up there just losing it? Or because I can take it away just like that. Just like that, it's gone.
I hate more than the Dallas Cowboys. God, I hate that. You know what I mean? I hate
Oh,
that.
but I still have the volume up.
And they gotta pay.
So if I go like that, he's back up there. And see, we can just kind of go to the Philly cam and just see how Philly's doing. So,
Okay. Now,
any tips you want me to take?
when we look at this game, which, by the way, don't forget,
Jason Garrett, how about getting the team motivated for the first half? How about you get a score in the first quarter on the first drive? How about you get the pass rush, sacking some people?
it's not intentional.
Mute him? Okay. Well, we can do that too.
But this is a big game, you know. And the first matchup I want to really look at is the Dallas Cowboys offense versus the Philadelphia Eagles defense.
So-
because
That's
the
what we're
Eagles
going to be able
defense
to do.
hasn't
At
been
least,
too
I
good.
think it'll
They
be
have
something different.
not been too good. Okay, I think they've had.
You know, the funny thing is, people will say,
defending
"Oh, trade
the
this
pass.
guy." You know,
They've had
trade Des
problems
Bryant.
defending
We'll get a
wide
number
receivers.
one.
They
How
have
you
had
thought
problems
people thought we were
getting
going to trade
pressure,
Des Bryant
or
for
not
number
getting
one?
pressure,
Oh,
but
trade
rather
Tony
getting
Romo. We'll
sacks
get two number ones.
on a
Like, Tony
quarter.
Romo
They've
can't stay
actually
healthy.
scored
How you
pretty
think we're
high
going to be
in
able to
getting
trade him?
pressures. They just haven't been
Trade Dak
translating
Prescott.
to sacks.
What,
I
another
think
quarterback?
They have
Who are you
14
gonna get?
total sacks.
You
Correct
see
me
what
if I'm wrong.
the Redskins
10 of
is-
which
okay, here,
came in
wait,
the New
wait,
York
wait.
Jets
Let
game.
me do this.
So the Eagles, their defense
stuff is
is really
stupid with
built
some
and
of you.
predicated upon that defensive line and getting to the quarterback. They haven't been able to do
The audio's too low?
it as well as
Okay.
they've done it in the past,
Let me,
and it's hurt.
Adjust it a little bit more. Let me come up
The
some.
one area where the Eagles do a really good job.
I'm using a different
is
mic.
against the run. They're very good against the run, and you would think this is a big
Okay.
advantage for the Eagles.
How about that? Is
It's
that
a
better?
big plus for the Eagles
that better?
defense going up against Zeke Elliott. Problem
Okay, actually, because I got to make sure I don't have it up too loud, too close. Hang on.
you cut Zach Brown, two linebackers that were very good against the run, possibly.
Oh, wrong mic.
be in there. And
Sorry.
if they're not in there, you have Boucher Hill and who? I don't know, Nate Gary, or Riley.
Turning those running backs and that
None of them
quarterback
are really
back into the
that
heart
good
of the
against the run.
defense. And speaking of that,
So this
See, this is why we do this. This is why we do it. Sorry if that hits you in the ears. This is why we do it. Okay, is that better? You control my. You know what? I'm not going to fall for that. Okay, much better. Okay, hello friends. Mark Holmes here, and we finally got the microphone situation. I forgot I've got the different microphone over here, so it's on. I see. You know what? I see what's going on here. All right, I'm not going to fall for it. Y'all are hoping to have your name blasted out there. Why don't you just say, Mark, cuss me out? That's all you got to do. Say, Mark, can you just cuss me out? Instead of saying, how about a shout out, just say, Mark, cuss me out, please. You know, here's what we're going to do. Instead of giving you guys, instead of me cussing you out, I'm just going to put you on timeout. How about that? How about we just do that? So that way, if you want to come in with the stupid stuff, you can come in with the stupid stuff. I'll just put you on timeout. The trolls are out early. How about that? Yeah. So let me, okay, hold your ears for a second. Hey! Did it go crazy on that one? Texas Sports Roundout. Dude, man, what the hell is wrong with you, dude? Are you stupid? Are you stuck on stupid? What's up with that? How's that? Patricia Pope? Damn, Patricia. What's up with that? You want to get cussed out? Come on now. Well, we got a lot of bad weather games. Here we got the Ravens and, of course, Seattle. And like I've been saying, it's been pouring here. Looks like it's mostly foggy there right now. So that looks like Seattle's fired up to start the kickoff right now. I thought I had Philly's mic should be off. You can't hear me? You sure you can't hear me? You can hear me. Yeah, it's a little static. Okay, it may be up too high. Hold on, let me check. Let me check. Okay.
That's what you normally get. He's not going.
Take a look at the Ravens offense and Marquise Brown, their second leading receiver, their deep threat, not playing today, inactive once again.
And Ronnie Stanley, offensive tackle, left tackle, becoming one of the elite offensive linemen in the National Football League. Really leads this running game, the physical nature of this running game. He's one to watch today.
Gain of 6 on first down. Second down.
Okay, so let's see if that's. Let me try to adjust it. Let me see if that's better. Is that better, guys? Hey, guys, Mark Holmes here. And what I will do is let me see it here. Okay, so let's see if that's not too bad. Let me try to adjust it. Let me see if that's better. Is that better, guys? Hey, guys, Mark Holmes here. I think that's actually pretty good. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, so what I figured I would do today would be, let's try and check this stuff out ahead of time, so that way we can get this together. A lot of times I'm cooking and getting everything together and trying to do this, that, and the other, and it's like the last minute. So, do you guys? So, worse audio on YouTube? Well, here's the thing. What we're doing is we're using actually a Blue Yeti mic because we have a whole group of people. Eli the electrician, thank you very much for the super chat. And well, and Timothy, you don't have to watch it. There's other people that'll be live streaming and things, so I get it. I suck. Damn. Baltimore lighting it up. Damn. Boykin. I gotta see. I just caught the tail end of that. You have a feeling we get. Okay, well, here's the thing. Here's the way to look at it. Win or lose, we win. Hopefully. Because think about this. If we win, we're in first place. We beat the Eagles. We're 3-0 in our division. And that helps out tremendously. If we lose, maybe we lose Jason Garrett. How about that? Would that make you feel better if they said, okay, Monday, we're going to fire Jason Garrett and start over? So, I mean, it could be worse things that could happen. So, my Cowboys family, I see Ham and Jam, Malicious Cowboy, Albert M. Haters are going to hate Mark. You're right about that. Texas Sports Roundup. I tell you what, I'm gonna pull Philly off of here because he's distraction seeing that. And I tell you what. Here's what I have to do is I have to look behind me to the control screen.
Rookie from Utah making his starting debut, makes the stop in a gain of 1.
Well, that's what we're talking about, right? Resetting the edge and making this quarterback, making him turn back.
All right. Do me a favor and I don't want that in there. Damn, I've got to. Okay. Forgive me for having that other camera right there. Omar, I blocked you last year. Omar, I did. Now, Julie, I tell you what, Julie, that's not fair. Oh, no, you know what's fair? If it's not fair, you can always open your own channel. I've already told people, I've got people trolling me saying trade Dak. If your whole thing is trade Dak, okay, I'll tell you what, Julie, okay, give me your opinion on what you trade Dak Prescott for. Go ahead, please tell me. Because we've had people that have come in here just stupid shit. And I'm not going to put up with stupid shit because life is too short for stupid shit. But since you say trade Dak, in your perfect world, your GM, trade Dak and tell me what you get for him and what you do for quarterback. Please tell me that one. And this is YouTube. It doesn't have to be fair because it says Joe Boo Sports Report, Mark Holmes on the door. So I can do what I want to do on my channel. You have the same option of either liking it or not liking it. And if you don't like it, Julie, go elsewhere. How about that?
You need to be ready for everything and anything. You need
You know, I can just, what I can do is I can just block you. But so, here's the thing. Since you are saying, I'm not listening, I'm listening right now. You got 5 minutes to tell me what you're going to do. And after that, I'll just block you. How about that? We'll make it easy. We should trade Dak because he has no confidence and underperforms.
It's iPhone season at Sprint.
Who are you getting for him?
iPhone 11 Pro with amazing all-new cameras.
Who are you getting for him?
And now you can get iPhone 11 for $0.
I seen Jared Goff throwing, 77 yards last week? You can look at him and say he's underperforming. I could look at Carson Wentz right now, where now people on his team are talking about him. You can say he's kind of underperforming right now. I've seen Aaron Rodgers have some games this year that wasn't Aaron Rodgers winning the game. And I dare say the guy who has the second most victories in the NFL over the last 3.5 years must have done something right.
For over 30 years,
Get a 7th rounder.
millions of Americans finance the home of their dreams.
Lincoln Riley or Urban Myers. At this moment, I take a ham sandwich over Jason Garrett.
Mortgage. Push button, get mortgage.
At Domino's, a delivery going wrong doesn't just hurt your pizza night.
It hurts our pride. We're going to be expediting this order.
It could be a missing dipping sauce. It could be a wrong top.
Okay, so Julie, who are good quarterbacks to you? Who would you rather have instead of Dak? Tell me that right now. How about that?
Make it right.
Tell me that one.
Issue with your last delivery?
To make up for it, I brought you a medium pizza.
If we lose, it's Dak's fault.
2 topping pizzas delivered.
Okay, so, I know who you are. I know exactly, yeah. You just made that profile up. I know exactly who you are. Bye-bye. Sandman, actually what I was doing is I was doing a test run here on checking out the equipment because I'm trying to do something a little bit different. Oh, actually, let me push this one up. I like this because that's my boy E2. E2 over at his house. Let me fix something. I'm actually working on. Okay. I'm actually doing some test runs here to make sure that I've got everything together. So that's my boy E2. So does E2 look better than having Philly 500? How about that?
This is the 25-yard line. Bennett Jackson makes the special teams tackle. And here is Russell Wilson. Why is he an MVP candidate? How about this? 14.
Oh, I know exactly who Julie was because there's a person out there that's making profiles of friends and family of mine and doing it. Can you see this?
As good as Russell Wilson in his role. 15. I mean, kind of lazy that one game, right?
Now he's been absolutely unreal. And he knows he's going against the former teammate of Earl Thomas. And a first down.
Well, Sandman, I tell you what, man, I've been working hard on trying to get this stuff together. And there's probably better ways of doing what I'm doing, but I'm just learning. Have you seen the crock pot that goes through that?
It's in the dishwasher.
Oh, where was it?
And I put it in the dishwasher.
Was it down here?
Yeah, I put it in the
Oh,
dishwasher.
okay. All right, because I've been looking for it. Cool.
3 weeks, and then all of a sudden he has just been
Oh,
David J., what am I watching? Actually, I'm actually watching the Baltimore game, and
who won the Redskins game?
the Redskins were close, but they just couldn't do it. 9-0 is
Well, I
what
saw it
they
when I
lost.
was out delivering 0-0 because I did the halftime.
Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm actually just trying a picture-in-picture, so that way we can follow Philly 500. That's actually what's on the menu: steak and cheeses.
Barbecue.
And barbecue. You got barbecue?
How many barbecue?
Barbecue what?
It's like regular barbecue.
Okay, I didn't know. I just got back, so Michael made some
I made
barbecue.
that yesterday.
I'm gonna make some steak and cheese and chicken wings and some meatballs. That's what we gonna have.
Oh,
Thank you, Aldo. I hope I pronounced that right. I try hard, and that's where it gets to be. I deal with idiots sometimes too. People that, just like this Julie Holmes that's in here, coming in to trade Dak because he sucks. If we lose, it's Dak's fault. How are you going to go through and say automatically it's Dak's fault if we lose? I mean,
and people talk like that on my channel, it just deletes the comments.
well, and so then it's supposedly a woman, Julie Holmes, and so I put him in timeout. It's unfair. Just because people don't agree with you, you're going to go ahead and block, trying to play the victim. I'm just like, dude.
No, someone on my channel said trade Dak Prescott for a.
That's seventh round.
No. Trade Dak Prescott for a bag of chips, and I blocked it.
Okay. Well, somebody said trade him for a 7th round pick.
That's better than a bag of chips.
All right. So you see what I did here too, right? I cut it down some so that way it's not up here.
But this right here is sinking. It's sinking too.
Well, I know we need to replace it, but this is a little bit better because you can see the TV and it's down a little bit lower, so I don't have to sit, like on a high chair, on it. We also too got to paint that door. We got to paint one of the edges, the front edges, because that's going to be seen. But anyway,
Not at this moment.
no, I didn't say that. But
I painted it yesterday.
oh, Texas Sports Roundup, dude, do me a favor. Send me the link for your channel on my email, so that way I can definitely check it out.
Well, check out Stewart's. I put on my the video.
Oh, Albert said that was him. He said trade him for a bag of chips. He blocked me. Why would?
At least a 7th round pick. At least you're gonna get somebody for him. But a bag of chips, that's taking it too far.
Mark, why you blame?
I was like, hang my food put away first. I'm about to put it back upstairs.
Why the fans blame you? You know what, dude? Okay, I'm gonna pretend that you're really Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett, look, man. Jason, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna bring it up here a little closer here. See, this is what's cool. I actually love being able to do this stuff. Okay. Jason Garrett, Mark Holmes here. I'm here with Joe Boo Sports Report, and I like you, Jason Garrett. I think you're a cool person. I think you are actually a great motivator. I give you credit for keeping this team together last year when they were 3-5, when a lot of teams, when they were in that situation, cratered. They gave up. They just rolled over and died. I give you credit for that. But I feel like we have had on-the-job train. JJ, Joe Boo has only been here since 2013, the last 8-8 season, okay? Since Joe Boo's been here, we've had one losing season. So how are you going to blame the cursing on Joe Boo? Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's get real. I wish I had that kind of power.
But do you want this cable?
What cable?
That white cable.
No, I don't need it. It's working fine. But Jason, we've had too damn long. We had a team that was put together.
It's Jerry Jones' fault.
By Bill Parcells.
It's Jerry Jones' fault.
That team got old and aged out. We got a whole new team, and it's just not happening.
It's Jerry Jones'
We've got as much talent as anybody else, and we've had so many games that we've lost that you look back and say, why are we doing the same thing? I can go back to that just the last week, man. I would say, okay, maybe, some of the stuff like icing the kicker.
But did you see the last 2 Green Bay games? I was like, no, I'm talking about because the referees helped them in both those games.
Well, that's true, too.
The referees ain't giving us any breaks either.
But when I saw that 3rd down and half a yard, and here we go with the same exact play that we did against the Redskins, doing a dive, as opposed to just doing a quarterback sneak. I know. Dude got hurt this Thursday. Stuart Morrison, thank you. Thank you. Stuart Morrison has a channel?
Yeah, he does. Go to my community tab.
Okay, I'm going to check it out too, Stuart. Thank you very much for the...
Go to my community tab. It has the video with the story. It's about 30 minutes.
Okay, all right. So I'm going to definitely check that out. I don't know if I have time to do this today.
You don't have to do it today. Just watch it when you have time.
Well, JJ, you gonna put that on the quarterback? He's the only one that's doing bad in the first half? Because I've seen him making some plays. I've seen him throwing some balls.
Is it Dak Prescott's
I mean-
fault? And is it Dak Prescott's fault getting lit up because people can't perform their assignments? It's not Dak Prescott's fault getting lit
Garrett,
up.
here's the thing. Bottom line is, whether it's your fault or not, the team's just not getting there. Bottom line. And after a while, players start to tune you out. Generally speaking, nobody gets more than 5 years. And if you look at the people that have been hired with the same team as long as you have, since 2010, they've all been at least to a Super Bowl. He's not coaching anymore. Wiz Designs, thank you very much for that super chat.
The last one that wasn't.
Jason Garrett, we're not doing it. See, and that here. Okay, I tell you what, Jason Garrett. Here's what. Oh, now you got me started. Now you got me. Oh Lord. Here's the thing, Jason Garrett. We're doing good things on the field. If you're not winning Super Bowls, you're not doing jack.
Wait, instead of being.
And if you're talking about the last 3 weeks, we're not doing good things in the field because we start out slow.
Wait, instead of being lost, you want to be with your players. And they kind of coach them up.
Well, this is the battle for the toilet. In fact, let me get this out. Let me get it ready right now. It's the battle for the toilet bowl. One of our teams is going to get flushed. In fact, here's what I need to do. We got only 3 helmets in here. Yes. Okay, they'll be fine. One of these helmets tonight is going in the dumpster. It might be the Dallas Cowboys. We got our dumpster right here. And we've got the Eagle, Cockroach, and we got the Cowboys helmet. One of those is going to end up in the toilet. I don't know which one. Philly, I wish you would come on down for a game, man. I got the plunger. Okay. But one of our teams is headed for the toilet. That's all I can tell you guys. So at least my test stream is working okay. Right now the Ravens are up 3-0 on Seattle. The Rams righted the ship today, beating a bad team. That's right, brethren. You got a bad. You know what? I hate to do this kind of stuff. Let me pull you two off the screen. I hate to do this because I know it's setting myself up, but you guys don't understand what I go through. This is. There's some people out there that just are not that bright. And there's some people that literally are begging to be back on this channel that have been blocked. Okay? I'm sorry. If you're an idiot, there's too many people here who are here to have a good time and not trying to put up with nonsense. Okay? But this is the mentality of an idiot, okay? Because he's trying to talk about good teams. Let me just read this. And okay, I tell you what. I'm going to read this to you, and you explain to me if I've got it wrong or not. You keep saying how the Eagles' loss to the Falcons is unbelievable because the Falcons sit at 1-5. So just because the Cowgirls, beat 3 easy teams, then y'all are better than the Falcons? ? Falcons are ranked how much offensively? Matty Ice is ranked what spot on the quarterback stats? It's the Falcons defense that needs work because of their injuries. So before you go down other teams as not good, then look at the stats of the Cowgirls and Dak and see the only 3 wins y'all have are irrelevant. So that makes y'all 0-6. It's the Falcon defense that needs work because of. I'm sorry. If you know anything about football, is that great teams can finally get it together in October, November, and go on a run. So you might want to shut the F up and eat crow tomorrow, you sorry ass loser with a bunch of injury excuses. 100%, 100%, 100%. So your team lost 37-10, so I guess your team is not relevant then, right? That's logic, laugh out. So we're not really 3-3. We're actually 0-6. Mike, you okay back there? Mike? And then I get other ones like guy on Facebook. You know, when I talk about, you know, the penalty, I mean, you know, Dak Prescott getting lit up. And so he was happy to say, oh, well, here, the NFL fines these two guys. Well, that doesn't mean jack. How about we got the penalties for those guys during the game and got some first downs? Maybe we get a victory out of it. As opposed to, you know, I mean, that's like when when New Orleans, they're playing in bad weather on the road across the country. But when New Orleans lost last year because of the call that wasn't made, and of course the NFL comes back, oh, we made a mistake. Yeah, but we didn't win the game. We're not going to the Super Bowl. I'm glad that you admitted that you screwed up, but damn. We lost the game because of your screw up. And so when we get calls like that, oh, okay, hey, we fined these two guys. I don't care about you finding them $21,000 each and putting it in your pocket. What he cares about is that he's not getting lit up and at least not getting 15-yard penalties for it. Win or lose, we will go out and do our job. Nah, we can quite do our job against the Jets. You know, we need fine players to call the game right from the beginning. You're right about that. You know, we can't start out, spotting teams 21 points before we start playing. We definitely don't want to do that with Philly because Philly, they're fired up. Mike is getting the plunger ready for those Eagles. Well, you know what, Jason Garrett? I hope you're right that your main focus is out there, is going out there and doing a job. How about we're going to go out and do our job, okay? Bravon from Virginia. Throw it. See, that, you know what? I don't even bother with guys like that. Because here's the thing. Trash talk my team, but don't go personal attacks. That just shows you how small-minded you are. You know, Cole Pizzle, I was going to have him on my show until I started listening to some of his stuff. When he started, say, fix me a sandwich, boy. I'm like, that's some racist-ass shit. I mean, nobody's boy. So after that, it's kind of like, you know what? You do you, buddy. And your fan base that wants to follow you, go right ahead. I don't need that. I'm not looking for that. That's not what this is about. Why our defense doesn't look back for the ball, shaking my damn head. All right, yeah. Garrett, why don't you get the guys in the locker room together? How about that? Let's clap it up. And actually, I need to go up here and cut some real steak for some steak and cheeses. Even though it's raining outside, I don't care. I'm going to be outside grilling, getting my steak and cheese and stuff ready. Small-minded individuals are a waste of space. You're right about that. And life's too short to waste on it. Scapegoated. Bye, Garrett. Mark, where's the F? The F. Okay, anyway, I was here to check out my system. Do we sound okay? That's all I need to know, because I'm going to go start fixing some food. We got to attack their secondary. Okay, I tell you what, hold on, guys. I'll be back. I got to take care of these meatballs for the kids. Hold up. I tell you what, here's what we'll do. We'll give you some other entertainment while I'm gone.
You know how that go. Tomorrow night, the Cowboys play the Eagles at the Cowboys Stadium, AT&T Stadium.
We'll keep you entertained. I will be back in a few minutes. You got E2 Blue. Oh, he's got the mini helmets too. Okay. There you go. I'll be right back.
Both of these teams have big names. I think the Cowboys are probably in a little bit more better shape than the Eagles are because a lot of the players that were projected to not play for the Cowboys the earlier part of the season are probably now going to play, which is a good sign for the Cowboys because the Cowboys are going into a bye week next week, and you do not want to go into a bye week on a 4-game losing streak. That's what you don't want. So, some things to talk about, Alex. Now, both teams come into this game 3-3. The winner of this game gets sole possession of first place in NFC East, which is not saying a whole lot because the Redskins and the Giants are faltering. Now, the Giants could actually win their game this weekend. Redskins are playing the 49ers, so I don't know about that. 49ers, they're reeling right now. They're undefeated. I think they're the only team in the NFC that's undefeated. So I guess shout out to the 49ers for doing a damn thing this season so far. But again, season is a marathon. Anything can happen. They can fall apart. The Cowboys can come back, which they normally do. I'm going to bet on my team for doing it. Because again, last season we were 3-5 and came back. But the only difference between last season and this season is this middle portion of the stretch is going to be a real difficult stretch because we got the Patriots coming. We got that mighty Bills defense coming. Now, going into the offseason, I looked at the Bills game and I scoffed at it because I was like, oh, it's going to be a W. But now seeing what they're doing this year and how they're beating people with their defense and how much trouble they gave Tom Brady when they played him. The only reason why the Patriots even won that game is because of the Patriots defense scoring touchdowns. If it wasn't for that, they had Tom Brady on the straps. So that gives me a little pause going forward. And of course, you got the Bears defense playing them in cold weather. Again, a lot of these teams that you're playing in cold weather and these good teams coming up, the Cowboys definitely have to show and prove. Now, one thing we know about our Cowboys, they have a tendency to play up to the level of the team that they're playing, and they also have a tendency to play down or even lesser than what that team is, i.e. getting beat by the Jets. And speaking of the Jets, they're riding high right now. I think they're playing the Patriots this week, and there's people out there saying that they might upset them. Again, hey, it's any given Sunday. You never know what's going to happen. Now, as far as these two 3-3 teams, it's a lot of similarities. Their talent level is about equivalent right now. They know each other very, very well because they're division matchup teams. But like I said, the Eagles, I think, is a little bit in the tougher situation than the Cowboys because they have a little bit more injuries than the Cowboys have. They have so much injuries that they actually picked up our old cornerback, Orlando Scandrick. Now, Orlando Scandrick has, he's just that arrogant type of guy. Rubbed a lot of people the wrong way when he was with Dallas. I liked him when he first was with Dallas. He had a pretty good season with Dallas. Towards the end, he had started having injuries, and it just became a guy that people just got tired of his attitude. So it's just the way he is, I guess. That's just the way O is. Now he's with the Eagles, and he's talking about trying to do some things on defense. His confidence is so it is what it is. So to the injuries. Now, for the Dallas Cowboys, you look at the injury report. Anthony Brown, he had a hamstring last game. Byron Jones, he also had a hamstring last game. That's your two starting outside cornerbacks that you need. You need at least one of them. And I think that Byron is going to play. He's questionable, but I think Byron's going to play. Anthony Brown has already been told that he's out, so he's not playing. So obviously his hamstring is a little bit more severe than Byron Jones's is. And now, one One situation I question is the Amari Cooper. Now, I don't know if they've just been going back and forth because they want the Eagles to sweat a little bit. I don't know. But it was said in the beginning of the week that he was not only going to be out for this game, but for games going forward. Apparently his bruise that's on his thigh, his quad, stretches around his thigh. He injured it on his second pass of the game, well, the first pass of the game, and it got worse the second pass. He just said, hey, I can't run. So as you let him tell it, it's been getting better and better every day, but we'll see come the game time. Now, they're saying that he's going to play, but me personally, I believe it's going to be a game time decision. But you want Amari Cooper to play because he is an Eagles killer. You see what he did last game against Rasul Douglas and scoring those 3 touchdowns and getting the Cowboys that victory in the overtime game against them. Now, I think it's imperative that he plays, but you also have to realize, too, we have a bye week next week, too. So if you get him in there, get a couple plays in, and then rest him, let some of these other guys come in and do their thing. Gallup definitely needs to step up because he's not just a second wide receiver. He is a 1A, I should say. He is a second wide receiver that can play like a number 1, but he's not a number 1. But I got big confidence in Gallup. Gallup just had a bad game. You got to give him credit. He came back from that injury, had 113 yards receiving, and then, again, you're coming back from surgery. Things happen. He says, hey, there's no excuses, and you're right. There's no excuses. If the ball touches the hand, you gotta catch it, no matter if it's high, whatever. But he already said that he's going to do a better job again. So I think the Gallup's going to have a good game as well, regardless if Cooper plays or stays in the game or whatever the situation may be. But you want Amari Cooper playing in this game because you can, I'm not saying guarantee him win. I'm not going to talk like Doug Peterson, but I will say that with Amari Cooper in there, you have definitely a much better chance of winning your game. Randall Cobb is dealing with his back tightness. He should be playing this game. He's listed as questionable, but I'm pretty sure he's going to play. Tyron Smith and Lyle Collins, they both came back to practice on Friday, so things are looking good for them. They could possibly be game time decisions as well going forward. Joe Looney, I didn't know he had an injury, but apparently he has a back injury, but he's a backup. But you definitely want him active because if something happens to one of these guys, you want to make sure you can plug Joe Looney in there. Because Joe Looney has starting experience now when Travis Frederick was, out last year. Dorrance Armstrong, he had that neck stinger in the game, and he's listed as questionable as well. He may play, and even if they do play him, he'll be a rotation because they got some guys in there to fill as well. And I already talked about Byron Jones. I think he's going to play them. But Jordan Lewis is more likely going to start for Anthony Brown, which is great because you all know we've been talking about this forever. Jordan Lewis should have been starting from Jump Street. But, because Chris Bouchard likes his tall, lanky, long-armed guys, Jordan Lewis doesn't fit. His size doesn't fit the mold of Chris Bouchard. But you got to come up off of that sometimes. If this guy is making plays and proving that he can play, you need to start that man and play him. I understand that Anthony Brown may be a faster player, but speed doesn't matter when it's coming to breaking up the pass and getting the ball out of that receiver's hands, so he's not catching. So you look at it like that. Jordan Lewis makes plays. He comes in at the little time that he does play. And he's got more interceptions on the defense than anybody else does. So that's all I'm saying. You look at the Philadelphia Eagles now. I was talking about their injury report. Darren Sproles is out with a quad. Sean Jackson is out with an abdomen. Jason Peters is out with a knee. Tim Jernigan is out with a foot injury. Nigel Bradham is out with an ankle. Avonte Maddox, you remember his injury in that Green Bay game. Concussion, neck, he's out. And Ronald Darby is the only one on here that's questionable with his hamstring. So you look at their decimation, that's why they brought in Orlando Scandrick to try to help out Rasul Douglas and those other guys. So we'll see what happens in this game. The The Eagles are 18th in offense, 18th in defense, 16th in passing, and 15th in rushing this week. The Cowboys are 3rd in offense, 11th in defense. We went down a little bit after that Jets game. Third in passing and 5th in rushing. Now, one thing I do know about my team is, once you get embarrassed like that, especially with a team that you're supposed to beat, you don't want that nasty taste in your mouth. And I know these players do not want to go into this bye week with another loss, because that's just more lingering issues that you got to deal with, and it's just more stress, and the media is going to be attacking you. It's a lot to deal with. So they got to come in here and do their thing. Carson Wentz comes in this game this season, 61.2% completion percentage against Dak's 69.7 completion percentage. Now, their numbers are very similar. And ever since they've both been in the league, their numbers have always been similar, which is the reason why I'm saying, if you say that Dak sucks, you got to say that Carson Wentz sucks, because freaking numbers don't lie. You look at these numbers, and their numbers are side by side. So, do I think that Dak needs to get paid? Hell yeah, you need to pay Dak. It ain't Dak's fault that well, I'll get into that, because you about to have me on a tangent. Anyway, so 243 yards passing, yards per game for Wentz, 313.8 passing yards per game for Dak Prescott, and they're only a touchdown off from each other. Carson Wentz has 12 touchdowns and 3 interceptions for the year. Dak Prescott has 11 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. So definitely want to keep those numbers down for Dak as far as the interceptions go. But they always say that you can't make an omelet without cracking a couple of eggs. And him cracking them eggs is sometimes throwing that ball and taking chances, because you don't want to be a lame duck offense. Now, real quick, I just want to say, these are part of my keys to the game. Now, the Eagles are not great at pass defense. Now, they're better at their running defense, but I think Ezekiel Elliott can still get the ball running these guys, because he's always had success with this team. Dak is going to have to throw the ball downfield. You're going to have to see some play action. The things that they were doing in the first 3 games of the season, I don't give a damn who the opponents were. You don't change what you're doing that works, and it's been proven to work. You got a quarterback that's mobile, that can move around, and you have the threat of that running back, and you have a threat of a rookie running back as well with Pollard that you can throw in there with Ezekiel Elliott, and do some plays. Just it's not even trickery. It's just fundamental football. And these are things, when you have the personnel to do these, and this is what kills me about our team. We have the personnel to do these things. They just choose not to. And I'm not blaming Kellen Moore for that, because, again, Kellen Moore is the play caller, but he's still running Jason Garrett's offense. So what's happening is, and I'm tired of these talking heads talking about, well, Kellen Moore's running the plays, he should do something different. Okay, but he still has to be allowed to do it, because Jason Garrett's job is on the line. And Jason Garrett, I doubt that Jason Garrett is just sitting there allowing everything to happen. As a head coach, you are still there looking at everything they do. It's like, look, this is the group of plays that I want you to look through, and you could choose from here. But what if Kellen Moore doesn't want to choose from that, because the situation is different and it doesn't dictate what you're asking him to do? If Kellen Moore and or Dak Prescott see something different on the field, they should be able to audible and do something totally different than what Jason Garrett asked them to do. Now, I don't know if he's hindering them from doing that, but looking at these last 3 games and losing and not making damn adjustments, it definitely sounds like something that we were going back to with Linehan, because Kellen Moore don't have that mindset like Linehan does. So I know that ain't Kellen Moore's decision. So don't sit here and tell me, talking heads and people that think they know about the Dallas Cowboys, that Jason Garrett ain't got nothing to do with the play calling. Man, shut that crap up. You guys should know better than anything. If you guys are NFL analysts, you're supposed to be professionals at knowing about football. You're supposed to know the sport. If you don't know it, then you need to get your ass off of there and not making millions of dollars. You need to have me up there, because I know what the hell I'm talking about. Now, am I going to always be right? Hell no. Ain't nobody right all the time. But you got to be educated and smart and do your research. If you don't know what you're talking about, get off the camera. Get off the camera. I'm sorry. Look, I'm just saying, it doesn't make any sense. When you look at this team and the mediocrity that we've had for years, it gets frustrating after a while, you know. And when Linehan left, you have Kellen Moore here, but I just feel like we're not going to get over that hump until something happens with Jason Garrett. Now, I like Jason Garrett to the fact that, again, the philosophy is still there. The players still play
subscribe to his channel there.
That whole handshake and then everybody was looking too deep into that. I think that the players still like their coach. It's just that
your meatballs and stuff already.
He's just too conservative for what we're trying to do. His mentality and the way that he runs this offense does not work with the personnel that we have. You understand what I'm saying? That's the biggest issue here. Listen to me. The type of dynamic players that we have on this offense and defense do not match what Jason Garrett is. You look at a fiery guy like Chris Richard on defense. If you get and I'm not talking about like a coach that's going to yell all the time. That doesn't mean you're a great coach because you yell. I don't care if Jason Garrett's not yelling, but what I need him to do is not sit here like a lame duck and just go out here and take chances and make adjustments when needed.
Baltimore receivers, man, they are literally
not scoring in the first half of the game and losing by teams that you shouldn't be losing to when you have all this talent. You knew that Tyron Smith was out. You knew that Lyle Collins was out. But you chose not to give help to your undrafted rookie right tackle and your veteran
our new trick that we have.
Left tackle playing that position at that time.
Keep the score up on the board.
Struggling. You see him struggling, but you don't get tight end help over here. You don't get a fullback to chip him off. You don't get a running back to chip him off. You don't get help on this side. You just be like, you know what, we're just going to run what we do, and this is what we do. No, it ain't what you do. Because what you do is not working. If it ain't working, you change it. This is the reason why the Patriots win every damn year. Because they change every year. And they don't care about Pro Bowlers because they have everybody out there that's capable of doing their job 24/7.
As an Eagles fan, let's pray for your secondary. No.
Being excited about getting depth.
We're going to hope that your secondary bites it.
If that depth, that second person can't do exactly what the person in front of him can do, you have to make adjustments.
Ready for tonight.
And that's what it's about. Period. I don't want to hear nothing else because that's what it is. You have to make the necessary adjustments because if you're not making these adjustments, then you have nothing, and you're done. That's it. And then you're gonna fall 8-8, 8-8, 8-8.
Oh, here we go.
8-8.
There we go. We got our Eagle here
this
for
us. This is America's team.
Our rubber chicken. Okay, there we go.
Even Tony
We've got
said,
the Eagle
this is reminiscent of
mascot in the house.
And it's got Jason Garrett's footprints on it.
Where are we going to put him?
So because of that, you need to change what you're doing.
Lamar's going to feast on the Eagle secondary. We'll have to keep it close by.
Now,
we'll have to do something like fly, Eagles, fly.
Those are the keys to victory.
Something like that.
Adjustments.
I'm excited, man. I'm ready to go for this game.
The things that you were doing in the beginning of the season, play action.
What's up, Bird Gang?
Running things out of the shotgun. Running some RPO.
E2 sound is still on.
Every time they run a wheel route, it works. Every time. You get Ezekiel Elliott on 20 yards.
Brad Allen, the referee today, in his 6th year.
E2 over here talking over me. This is the only bad thing is that the mixer is actually over on the main table. Sunday Night Football, yeah, on NBC. That's right. Bird Brain, please keep that same energy and please come back on this channel after the game, but I'm sure you won't. E2 sound is on. Okay, that should have killed it now. Cooper is clear to play as far as we know, and I left my cell phone upstairs. Dang, nabbit. I'm about to go back upstairs and grab my phone. Hey, Marshall. Oh, you'll be back, trust you. Okay. Right now, what we're looking at game-wise. Hey, Marsh, did you see my cell phone upstairs? Can you look upstairs on the counter so you can see my cell phone?
I think I did.
And could you bring it down for me? Garrett, you're back. Tell him to get the win. Tell him to do play action. Tell him don't listen to you. How about that? Look at the late games here. Did you find it? You, my boy. I might just have to get you some more s'mores after all. You're all right for a Redskin fan. So we got the Chargers up 10-3 on Tennessee. We got Seattle up 7-6 on Baltimore. We got New Orleans up 9-7 on the Bears. You know, as much as we've talked about Teddy Bridgewater is going for 5-0. Morning, Mark. Where are you at, man? It's afternoon. I'm ready for a nap. We didn't have a run game last year. We do this year. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold up, Bird Gang. Wait a minute. You mean that a running game is important to a franchise quarterback? Or is that what you're telling me? Because, you know, with Cowboy fans, or we're always told that, you know, Dak has to have a running game and Dak has to have, you know, great receivers and stuff. So you're saying that Carson Wentz needs a running game?
Sounds incredible.
Sorry, Garrett, but Dak's got on it. Yeah, but it's raining outside right now, and I'm not good. Well, they're eating dinner right now. Just woke up, gonna miss the game. What time is it where you are? My matchup is to watch Quinn versus Dillard. That's going to be interesting to see because Dillard, first round draft pick, I guess he was 22nd pick against Robert Quinn. That is going to be interesting because this is his first start. He played about 39 plays last week, and we'll see how he is under some real stress. Here's what kills me. I don't know if you guys saw this. Actually, I put it in my title. Taco, in 4 games, has 3 sacks. How's that happen? How does that happen? That's what I want to know. They gave up on him completely, and he's got 3 sacks in 4 games. You have to wonder on that one, what happened here in Dallas, and why was it that he couldn't work out? Sorry, I'm just checking the stats here. See if there's any other news here as we get in here, get ready to go. I've been so on the go all day. It's Brandon Stark Cooper. Yeah, Taco has more sacks than D-Lock. Go figure. Jim agreed. Cut Jason, Dak, and any of the C plus B. Jimmy agreed. Cut Jason, Dak, and any and all the C plus B minus players. Taco didn't like Marnelli. D-Law is a bum. Is he? Oh yeah, he's starting in Miami. He's actually doing really well in Miami. Don't teach anybody anything, just put them out there. Mark for head coach. No, thank you. The pass was uncatchable. It was so underthrown, it's not even funny. I'm watching the calls that are being made, okay?
Oh, yeah. The way the rules called, that's definitely roughing the passer.
I want to see the pass. Of course, they're not going to re-show it because they know it wasn't.
40-yard line where it'll be a first down. Joey Hunt lines up as an extra
Calix
lineman for the Seahawks.
Calix Sporty? I can't pronounce that one. Well, thank you for watching the show for a year now, man. I appreciate that. What is the score? I just tuned in. Oh, the game. Our game hasn't started yet. This is just. I was actually doing a test stream because what we're doing is we're going to be doing a picture-in-picture, so that way you can actually see Philly 500. I'm watching actually Seattle versus the Ravens right now. Seattle's up 7-6 with 10 minutes to go in the first half. Thank you, Jared. Okay.
Wilson. Not much, thanks to Tyus Bowser. 1 yard pickup.
So you're saying that Dak is the equivalent of Quincy Carter. Okay, let me see. I'm going to humor you guys now.
Understand the value of the positions nowadays,
Because I know what you guys are doing.
Lamar Jackson, they're athletes. They can take this type of punishment.
But winners worry about winning, and
I
losers
know
worry
the
about
game
winners.
is to
So
try
we
and get
focus on
me
ourselves
to
in this
react.
locker room about what we need to do to get better each and every phase of this game and be ready for this week. We're not worried about
And FYI, Quincy Carter had drug problems too. So, okay, I hit that button by accident. So, Quincy Carter. Let me see. So you're saying that Dak Prescott and Quincy Carter are the same. Quincy Carter, 8 games his first year, 51 completion percentage, 5 TDs, 7 interceptions on 8 games, 1,072 yards. Second year, 7 games, 56% completions, 1,465 yards, 6.6 average, 209 yards passing per game, 7 TDs, 8 interceptions. Year 3 with the Cowboys, played 16 games, 3,302 yards, 6.5 average, which averages out to 206 yards per game, 17 TDs, 21 interceptions. How is that Dak Prescott? Because I think what you're saying is that Quincy Carter and Dak Prescott, well, they were both black. Does that count? Because that's about the only thing I see in common there. Because interceptions to, Quincy Carter had 32 TD passes and 37 interceptions in his career, which is kind of backwards from Dak Prescott. He's got 6,000 yards. Dak's got about 15,000 yards right now. About 14,000 yards already. Dak is throwing about 8.9 yards a game per pass this year. His best was 6.5. So how is Quincy Carter and Dak Prescott? Are you just informed? Were you not around when Quincy Carter was there? You just listened to people that said that he's... I'm just trying to understand where you get the equivalent. So explain to me. I'd like to know. Well, thank you very much, Andres. I've built this whole place, basically. The majority of the furniture and stuff that you see, the cabinets, the drywall, everything. We literally bought a house that was in terrible shape and rebuilt it. Thank God I can do it because I couldn't afford to pay somebody else to do all of what we did. Well, I think if we do lose this game, that Jason Garrett may be getting fired. That may be the only saving grace of this one. That's all I can tell you guys.
Getting after it today with all these pressures that Martindale is giving him.
Second down and 10, flush from the pocket now is Wilson. That could be a dangerous thing sometime. And he lost us into the end zone. And it was Lockett again, surrounded by a lot of white jerseys, including Earl Thomas, the former Seahawk. Incomplete now, third down and 10.
Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust something here.
Or would you rather, they're like, let's mush rush this thing, let's keep him in the pocket as much as possible, because he goes from being maybe the best quarterback in football from the pocket to being the MVP when he's out of the pocket. So it's a pick your poison. I tell you what, Mark, I would
There
not
we go.
want to
Okay.
do with him out of the pocket.
There we go. That's more like it.
He's finding receivers down the field when he's on the move. For a guy that's not overly tall, a guy that doesn't have all these great measurables, his ability to locate guys and anticipate routes, and Tyler Lockett especially, is
He should have been fired after the Packers game. Well, he should have been fired out a couple of seasons ago. How about that one?
Well, Russell Wilson, we said off to an MVP caliber start. How about
Thank you very much so, Jimmy. I have to agree with you on that. Only somebody who knows nothing about football would do that.
I don't know if We don't like that picture of Aaron Rodgers. The numbers.
Don McNabb and McNair, you can put him in that category. We'll see how he goes as he goes down the field, a couple more years down the road.
Does not matter who his cast of characters have been over the course of
Oh my God, Eberfelis is doing great things with the Colts.
first came out of college. A guy that was third-round draft pick, but stole the starting job after his first rookie camp.
Amen. Hey Joseph, how are you doing?
Continued to evolve and become an even better quarterback, communicator, everything.
Perch, what, the Cowboys have to lose by more than 20? I don't know about that because I think Jerry Jones wants that ring so bad. And I think that this is the breaking point that when you look at what they gave up for Amari Cooper, what they ended up, Philly Cowboys 76, thank you very much. Oh, cool, Philly. I hope so, man. That was one of those things that I had no idea we were going to be doing that. It was just kind of like, they called me on Thursday, hey, we need you. But you got to do stuff to help out others. Okay, so Jeremy, who would you take? Who would you take? Seriously. I keep hearing all these people that keep saying that, oh, well, he's garbage, get somebody else. Who would you want on your team?
Throughout the course of this season, that if it's not overly egregious, they're not going to overturn it. You've got about as much chance of getting this overturned as the sun coming out in Seattle. Okay? That's about how much chance you have. Well,
Marnelli should have been fired with Linehan. Hold on. Linehan took over a defense in 2013 that was the worst in history for the Dallas Cowboys. And steadily, they got better. Now, we've kind of hit some hiccups right now. And have been slow starting, but I don't know that you want to get rid of him because he is a guy who has taken players that nobody thought much about and has been able to turn them into really good NFL players, pass rushers. These guys that were no names that are now getting paid elsewhere. So I'm not sure that you look at it and say, yeah, fire Rod Marnelli. Well, Jeremy's an idiot then. He thinks Jacoby Brissett is better than that? Come on, man.
We've always been an airline with heart.
He's trolling. The faith. Oh, my God. See, that's one of those problems I think that is philosophy-wise that's a problem for us because
as a small business owner, you know that an IT challenge can be a monster that prevents growth.
we like guys with length. We like guys that are skinny and fast because we do a lot of stunning. But that's the problem because we can't hold up when it's just straight ahead stuff. When you got man on man, you got a guy that's 260, 270. He's not getting a push against a guy that's 320 doing a drive block.
KFC's new Kentucky Fried Wings. Get them delivered free.
Jeremy, you hater. You don't cook for your kids? What happened? What? I must have missed that.
Limes and Coronas. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, you do.
Jeremy, you take more than half of the quarterbacks in the league today. You are a freaking idiot then. That's all I can tell you then, man. Half of the quarterbacks? Okay. Yeah. Next person. Zero faith. You know what? Here's what I got. I got zero faith in you. How about this? I'm going to put you, instead of deleting people, I'm just going to put you in timeout. If you're going to say stupid comments, I'm going to put you in timeout, okay? Because you have no faith in Dak Prescott. Second most wins in the NFL, right? Right? Mm-hmm. A guy who took the beating that he took last week and still stayed upright. Has had more games consecutively than anybody else in the Dallas Cowboys history. No quarterback has started all three of their years, first 3 years with the Cowboys. None.
Well, the call on the field stands, and so
how many sacks did the Cowboys get today? We have not been getting enough sacks. I'm going to say we get 3 today. I'm going to say 3. That show I saw from the Redskin game, that didn't show me too much. It really did not show me much of anything. I'm on the wrong Wi-Fi. Okay, no wonder.
You know what the trend has been. Steve, your thoughts?
I need to change the Wi-Fi before we go back on.
The field stood there, and the league is
really raise the bar where it's going to have to be something significant.
Cowboys can back from this at home tonight. Ignore the haters. Well, bottom line is, here's the thing. A win tonight doesn't cure everything, but it makes it a lot better. A loss tonight doesn't lose everything, but it makes it a lot worse. You get a win tonight, you feel a whole lot better going into the bye week. And you get a chance to get some people back healthy. Huh? Well, they're playing against the Saints. The Saints are a good team. Baby giraffe leg wins? Oh, man, that's wrong.
Maybe Brew wasn't so wrong for getting rid of a on that. That man's a bum.
That's a new. I've never heard that one. Baby giraffe legs. Wow, that is just wrong. Guys, Black may have an extra point there. Cowboys defense has been terrible in getting sacks to. I mean, they really have not. We've got 2 interceptions on the season. That's unacceptable. We haven't even gotten that many fumbles. He's mad, but he looks at it this way. Hey, at least we're close. At least we're competitive. Amen on that one, Ken. You know, it's funny because a few years back, I was talking about Calais Campbell. And everybody told me, you're an idiot, man. He's too old, man. He wants too much money. He only gets about 6 or 7 sacks a season. And here we are 3 years later, and he's still eating up quarterbacks. Yeah. Could you imagine if we had somebody like that at defensive tackle that could literally take on the run, who can get upfield, 6'8" monster? That's what we need. Yeah, our defense needs to. I'm hoping that this is. I almost wish that our Cowboys players listen to the media and the fans basically tell them they're garbage. I would love to hear that. I mean, love for them to take that to heart and, you know, realize we got to play better than what we're doing. Sounds like my niece and nephews are getting a little bit. I apologize, the picture is pixelating a little bit on there. It's because I'm on the wrong Wi-Fi system. I've got to change it. But I can only change it when I stop the stream. And let me check this. Looks like we're going to be good for tonight. No.
How about sticking your foot in the ground right here?
I'm going to check something here real quick.
With your opposite hand never touching the intended receiver in Mark Andrews.
Looks like we're going to be good for tonight. Okay, that doesn't sound so bad. Okay, I'm cool with that. Oh, amen, Nick. Play action, please. Please. Wentz equals Whedon. He's better than Brandon Whedon. Come on now. I mean, that's like saying Dak and Quincy Carter are the same. Well, here's what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to save my voice, and I'm going to go do some cooking. And we'll be back probably 7:45, 8 o'clock. Be sure to tune in. We're going to have the Philly cam tonight. I know nobody else has done anything like that. I can't wait to get this thing going. And I'm going to change all the Wi-Fi's on all the cameras. So as always, guys, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. And right now, we are going to turn down the lights, and we'll be back later.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year, start the same old thing again.